Hi there. It's been almost 6 years now, since about 5.5 years now since Windows 10 was released. It was released July 29th, 2015. Today is 1/10/2021, and I'm going to try an experiment which I already know is going to pass, but I want to prove it. So I'm going to spin up a Windows 7. I'm just about to install it, and we're going to activate Windows 7 once we're done, and then I'm going to upgrade it to Windows 10 and show that we can still do it some almost 6 years later. We can still upgrade it, although Microsoft said that after a year you would not be able to upgrade it any longer. So we're going to begin the installation, and I'll come back when this is all done. Okay, we now have a functioning Windows 7. This is actually a, let's go to computer here, and I'm going to right click and go down to properties, and this is an activated copy of Windows 7 that I have running. So now I'm going to, whoops, I didn't want to do that. I'm now going to upgrade this thing to Windows 10, and even 5.5 years late, and see what happens. I'm just going to go to google.com. It's slow because this is a virtual machine. Okay, first time to use Internet Explorer there. How wonderful is that, huh? In my opinion, Internet Explorer is good for one thing, and that's to download Chrome. So let's try this again. There we go. Google, just going to go to the Windows download site. Download Windows 10. And the Microsoft site. There we go. That's the one I want. Okay, while I had the video paused, this is the second time that Windows Internet Explorer totally went not responding and hung up on me, even though I have 4 processors and 4 gigs of RAM thrown at this virtual machine. I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to use this Internet Explorer to download Chrome. Like I said, that's the only thing Internet Explorer is good for, in my opinion, and then we'll come back. Okay, I was able to go to ninite.com using Internet Explorer. I'm installing Chrome using ninite.com right now, so we'll come back in a moment. Okay, we're back using the Chrome Explorer now. We should have a lot better success. There we go, the download. It came up instantly. So download the tool. We're going to download the media creation tool, and it came up almost instantly. We're going to go ahead and run the media creation tool. Let's go ahead and close this thing back down. We don't need it any longer, and it should be in my downloads folder. Let's go ahead and run that guy. There was a problem with setup. Close. Oh, that's because it's already running down here. I told it to run. There we go. And as soon as this thing takes off, we'll come back. Okay, there's our EULA acceptance. And we'll pause again. Okay, we're not going to create an installation media. We're going to go ahead and say upgrade this PC now. And off we go. We'll pause the video. Checking in once in a while. Downloading is a little over 50% and going strong. Okay, the download portion of Windows 10 is almost done. The installation will start next, I'm sure. Well, I guess I lied. The next step was creating Windows 10 media, which is interesting because I'm not actually creating a medium, but it's creating one in the background, I guess. Okay, we're done creating that virtual medium. I presume it's just an ISO file that it creates and then deletes later on, and it's almost ready to begin setting up. And well, it looks like I closed that. Now it's preparing for the installation. Looks like it's ready for me to accept the license agreement. And by the way, I will let you know that the Windows 7 activation that I used here is not a legal activation. This was a hacked version of Windows 7, and I'm not going to be keeping this around. When I'm done, I'm going to delete this virtual machine because I do not use hacked versions of my operating system. So I'll be deleting this. This is just for testing purposes. Here we go. Since this is an upgrade, it says it's going to install Windows 10 and keep personal files and apps. I can change that behavior if I want to. I'll go ahead and click install. And off it goes. Well, it did a reboot and I had to expand my screen size a little bit, but it says working on updates, and it looks like, kind of looks like a Windows 10 installation is starting to me. Or rather, I should say it looks like the Windows 10 installation is done and it's working on Windows 10 updates, but I should say that this Windows screen looks like a Windows 10 screen to me. And there we have it. Let's go ahead and log into this thing. It looks like a new Windows 10 to me. Pause the video while we go through this stuff. Okay, being a virtual, we'll just turn all this telemetry stuff off. And maybe later. Okay, what I'm interested in finding out now is whether this is licensed or not. I'm going to go to the command line, and if I remember right, SLMGR DLI Professional Edition, and it is licensed. So yes, even after 5.5 years, if you still have a licensed copy of Windows 7 and you want to upgrade to Windows 10 free, you can still do so. Proof of concept. Now I'm going to delete this from my virtual machine because it was not a legal license of Windows 7, and I don't want to have an illegal copy of that. So we'll delete that from here. Thanks a lot.